right, welcome to the channel. I'm John X Army. I have on speakerphone a sheriff from New Jersey. I've spoken with him a few times, and I'll tell you something. He's a wonderful person. He's woke. He pays attention to all of the things that we do. He knows something's going down right now, and he's been wanting to speak with you guys for a while. Welcome, officer.
Hey, John. How you doing today?
Pretty good, pretty good. So you saw that video I sent you of a police officer trying to basically rile up the other officers to take a stand and stop tyranny.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I'm actually really glad to see stuff like that is happening because more and more officers like that need to speak out and let it be known. However, I think a lot aren't going to at this point in time because they're scared they're going to lose their jobs. Because like a lot of the officers in my department are saying, hey, man, you got to watch what you say. You know, you might lose your job because if anybody else can just jump in your spot and fill it. But I'm like, you know what? So be it. Because 20 years from now, I don't want my kids looking at me saying, Dad, why didn't you stand up and do something when you could, you know? And that's just the way I look at it. Because, first of all, people shouldn't fear their government, and the government shouldn't fear their people. And that officer, he sent me his video. I only got to watch like the first 3 minutes, and even the first 3 minutes made me feel so good. And I'm hoping more officers stand up like that because he's right. These like tyrannical orders that are being enforced against the people, it's absolutely disgusting. It really is. It breaks my heart, man. I don't even know what else to say. Like, I think he was mentioning some of like the ridiculous things people are getting cited for, walking on the beach, maybe surfing, maybe something about a hair salon as well. Some woman was trying to, you know, have some people come over and get their nails done or their hair done at their house. People should be allowed to do that because why are Walmart's open, Target's open, but yet the little convenience stores, the mom and pop stores can't be open? It just doesn't. People are confused in America right now, even the world. They don't know what's going on, so they need to be guided, but this isn't the way to do it. And then these governors coming down and pressing all these tyrannical laws on us, it's just unjust. It's really not, you know. And I would like to ask any law enforcement officer, whether prosecutor, anything, tell me what crime it is, what people are committing right now by going out of their houses and trying to at least work and make money to feed their families. Because that's coming down the road where people are not going to have food. And what are they going to do, you know? So I actually implore all officers to stop what they're doing and take the time and say, listen, am I doing this and lawful or unlawful? It just doesn't make sense what people are doing. And the officers all need to take a stand together.
Yeah.
And hopefully they do.
Well, what you said, you have a daughter, and that was very, very powerful, that you don't want her to look back and say, Dad, why didn't you stop this? Why didn't you do anything? That's very powerful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, because you know what it was, John? The other day I was outside walking with her, and no one's really out that much, and that's another upsetting thing to me. People need to get out. They really need to get some fresh air, get some sunlight.
Yeah.
And you know, she's going step by step with me. You know, just following my lead. I'm like, this little girl looks up to me. I brought her into this world, so I'm going to do what I can for her. You know what I mean? As long as I'm in my heart, it feels right, I'm going to do it. And I feel like me stepping up, just like these other officers are, I'm going to do what I can for my family and for the United States of America because I took an oath.
Well, thank you very
to protect and serve.
Thank you very much.
You know what it's like.
Yeah. One question real quick, because I know some of the viewers are going to want to know. How long have you been an officer with the New Jersey Sheriff's Department?
A little over 9 years. And prior to that, I was a maritime enforcement specialist in the United States Coast Guard.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you for your service very much.
No problem.
Here's something that a lot of people aren't going to like me saying, you know, because the stereotypical hate police, right? But yeah. I can foresee. Now, as you know, I've been to prison. I'm an ex-convict. And I know that about half of the officers on the force, I hate to say this, they're a lot like me. They're tough guys. You know what I mean? They might bend the rules a little bit, but overall, they have good moral values and they do the right thing. But when you mess with them, you know what I mean? They'll kick your ass. But what I want to say is I can foresee sheriff's deputies, police officers all over the country, I can foresee them being heroes when this all pops off. Some of them. Now, some of them are going to stay with the department and stay with the dark side. And by the dark side, I don't mean the police force. I mean the New World Order takeover, the UN that's coming to America. But I can foresee policemen going against orders and protecting civilians and fighting alongside civilians to keep America free and great. I can see that.
Yeah, and you know what? And you nailed it right on the head. And I think I 100% agree with you, because there's a lot of officers that I know of that up until this point really had no idea what's going on, just kind of the status quo. And, now are waking up and starting to realize what's going on. And I truly believe a lot of the officers I work with will definitely take a stand as well. And I just implore the rest of the officers around the United States and the world to do the same thing, because what's coming is 100% unjust, unconstitutional. Everybody just go grab or just go on YouTube, I guess, or anything, and read up on the Constitution. Do whatever you want. Figure out, see what it says, and you will see what is going on is totally unconstitutional, and I just can't grasp my head around it. I can't. So you will never, ever see me doing what I'm seeing on TV, what some of these officers are doing. Now, you don't see the whole video, from start to finish, but from what I've seen, it's kind of messed up what's happening. And then someone actually sent me just a little clip of some woman, maybe it was Australia. She was being taken away, and her child was there. Like, that's disturbing. Like that.
Yeah. Are you still there? Hello? I think I lost you. I'll call him right back. I'll give him a call back. It's not there. He had to issue a ticket. He'll be right back. I'm just kidding. Actually, it's amazing that he spoke with us at all. This is his break. He's on break right now, and he took the time to speak with me. Hello?
Hey, sorry about that. Lost service. I was driving to another location just to get out of the way here so I could talk to you.
No problem, no problem. So,
I don't know where I left off at, but...
Well, obviously, at this point, anybody with much common sense can see the plan unfolding, and it's social distancing, it's school from home, it's video doctor's visits, it's no mass gatherings, it's just complete control of America. Complete control.
Yeah, absolutely. And I actually do. I see people more and more waking up on social media, and I'm more concerned of them shutting it down somehow, some way, to where people aren't going to keep waking up. Because if you really start to put it in perspective and see what is going on right now, you can easily put these puzzle pieces together like, little kids' puzzle. It's not hard for people to do. They just need to get out of the brainwash mentality that we've all been stuck into. I'm not, saying anyone's at fault for it, because I've been there as well. But once, going through the military, you know what it's like. You basically brainwash into that.
Yeah.
And then same, little bit with law enforcement. And then when I started waking up to it, I started realizing, wait, something's not right here, and something's got to be done. And I really do hope more and more officers start waking up and, reading the signs and being there for United States citizens, because that's what we were sworn oath to do. And I'm here to do that, and I'll be here to talk to you and keep you informed on what's going on.
Thank you.
And because something's got to be done, and it's got to be done soon. Because if you look at everything that's going on, all these different strains that are coming out of this virus, they're going to start letting people out a little bit at a time, and then come the fall, there's going to be some crazy second wave that hits, and it might be a little bit stronger. They're going to say, "Oh, see what happens when we let you guys go out and do what you want."
Yeah.
Now you have to get these shots for everybody to go back into society. Absolutely not. All these shots fill with heavy toxins, and we should not be getting them. You know what I mean? These are my kids. Nobody should dictate my kids' lives but me.
So,
and that's gonna be my stance.
Here's what I'm afraid of, and I want to know your thoughts on it. They've began. All states are hiring COVID-19 tracers, and what they're going to do is they're going to trace down anyone who's tested positive for COVID-19 and come to their home and make sure that they're quarantined properly. And if they're not, they're going to have to use the police to take them away. And I'm afraid that they're going to start off so slowly and so subtly that it's commonplace. And you know what I mean? 2 officers are going to come out to the house with the COVID-19 tracer if the person refuses quarantine, and they're going to drag them away. That's what I think. That's what I fear.
Well, and you know that I don't really know too much about that, so you're kind of schooling me right now. But I hope that doesn't happen. I think you're right. The only way to implement something like that is to slowly go in with that, because there's no way they could just go gangbuster every state right now and just start pulling people from their homes. It would be a complete uprising, and I hope to gosh there will be, because that is, like I said, unjust. It's unlawful. That should not happen. Nobody should be, without any type of warrant, you should not be able to go in someone's home. No way, shape, or form.
Well,
and I'll tell you right now,
they're going to have a warrant. They're going to have a warrant to take the person to quarantine. You know what I mean? And they're going to call the police to, hey, come out here, help us get this guy. He's refusing to quarantine.
You know, I hope the police officers say, listen, I'm not getting involved in that, because that's just, there's just no way. It's absolutely ridiculous. I know I wouldn't. I would not. You know, I have to suffer the consequences. And I hope a lot of other officers wake up and do the same thing, because that's ridiculous that they'd be doing that. Because they don't need to know anything. You just tell them, hey, I have 5 bathrooms in my house, 5 bedrooms, and we're fine, okay? Goodbye. Shut the door.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you right now, if someone tries to come in and take my kids out of my house, it's going to be ugly.
Yeah.
And it's going to be very ugly, and I don't want that to happen. I don't. Yeah. I don't want anybody getting hurt or anything bad happening. But you're not coming to get my kids, not for something like this.
Yeah.
And I just, you know, I wish I could go live on TV, man. Honest to God, I would. I really would, because people need to wake up. But all the TV program systems, they would never have an officer saying what I'm saying right now on live TV, ever.
No.
It's just not the mainstream, what they want.
So here's what I'm trying to figure out. Do you think, and I believe it's the bigger of the two, do you think what we're witnessing is left versus right? Or do you think what we're witnessing is a takeover of America from whoever? WHO, the New World Order, the UN? Who is running this thing? Who's behind the wheels of this machine, do you think?
Wow, that's another good question. See, the problem is, it's almost like the media makes it seem like, wow, you've got, Nancy Pelosi, all these people against Trump, and then Trump, looks like the savior trying to, make America great again. And I want to believe it. I do, because it's a great narrative. However, I feel like there's a higher power involved. It's the people who, the money funders, the people up top that get to tell everybody what to do with their money. Money is power, and they have it, and they are controlling us with it. So I don't. Then I see, that press conference with Donald Trump, and I forget who it was with, and then the guy's saying something, and Donald Trump looks over and goes, "Why don't you tell us about it?" So I'm kind of confused on who's running the show here. I really don't know, but I think it's a higher power than what we see, and I feel like it's like a magic trick. You know what I mean? It's almost like the Wizard of Oz, the man behind the curtain. I guarantee if we could pull that curtain back, we would laugh at who's in charge. You know what I mean? Because think about it, they're so inept. Seriously, you got these meat plants shutting down. If I was commander-in-chief, I'd say, okay, all you people out of work, you're going to go in there right now for $30 an hour, and you're going to be helping out in the meat processing plant. You keep the supply chain going to feed this country and keep it great.
Yeah.
Why can't we do that?
So here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing when you listen to Trump, he's saying all the right shit. But it doesn't matter if he's saying all the right shit and we're on lockdown and businesses are closed and social distancing is enacted and you got to wear a mask and they can come to your house and quarantine you if you test positive. He can say all the right things in the world, but when we're on lockdown and we've lost our freedom, and we've lost our freedom, It doesn't matter. Trump. So the way I see it is everybody look at the left and the right. We're arguing, oh, it's Trump's trying to save you, the left's trying to take you out. Meanwhile, the real monster is behind both of them, and we're watching the show while America's being taken over. That's what I see. I think those masks, them strolling into Congress all wearing masks, I think that is a flag of the NWO or the UN, of the elite that are right now's the time. They are taking over America. They are ending freedom right now, and that mask is a flag. And subconsciously, when you're wearing it, you're giving your approval. You're saying, I allow this takeover of America because I'm wearing their flag on my face. Do you see what I'm saying?
You're basically submitting to to their tyrannical takeover, and that's a shame because it's our forefathers that put this Constitution in place, so this would never happen. And how it's happening, undoubtedly, I have no idea. I just hope and pray that without people getting hurt, people will stand up and fight against this. I don't know how or how we can organize something and get together and put an end to this. Because if we can wake up everybody right now in America, it'd be done. People would be back to work.
Yeah,
it would be over with. Because think about it. The government could take off as long as they want. But it's the people that drive this country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the good, everyday citizens, hardworking people that make this country what it is.
Yeah.
It's a great country. And it's unfortunate that, we're getting sold out. I don't know by who or where. And I think the problem is, we're just all being so confused. We don't know which way to turn, which way to look, and it's just crazy. I just pray, I really do pray that something good comes out of this because I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel right now. I don't.
Yeah.
And I'm praying for America. I'm praying for the citizens to stand up and fight.
And right now is the turning point. These next few months. If it doesn't happen, it won't, and America has truly fallen, I believe.
Yeah, no, and I firmly agree. Like you said, it's going to slowly be implemented, and it's going to be in certain counties here, certain counties there, where these people, like you said, they're going to get hired and come in and take you out of your house. And I just think that's ludicrous. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah,
why would they even do that when they're proving right now the numbers aren't even that bad? I mean, I get statistics on my phone emailed to me, confidential information I couldn't share, but what I'm seeing is not what they're portraying on the news media. However, like I said, I think they're going to slowly let people go for the summer, enjoy a little free time, and then boom, it's going to get bad. They're going to implant a nastier virus, which is going to be nefariously done like the first one, and say, see what happens. We let you all out. Here we go. Boom. It's done. Now you're going to be severely quarantined, and it's bad. It's going to be bad. I pray people stand up to this.
So do the fellow officers, what do they think on COVID? Are they afraid of it, or do they think it's BS?
So at first, yeah, a lot of people were afraid of it because it's the unknown. Now, when one of our officers got it, his mother got it, and then he got it, his sister, his father, and the mother was only sick for a few days, nothing crazy, just normal flu. That's when I think it started lightening up a little bit. Then you have officers working test sites, seeing, just some of the volume coming through. And I think a lot of guys aren't really as scared as you would think they are. And I do see some officers driving around with masks on, which I think it's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even like to wear my mask into a local corner store.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a lot of them are realizing, no, it's not bad. And I think most of America is as well. But the problem is what I'm fearing is like a phase 2 going to come out, and it's going to be something. And they're
gonna terrify the masses, and the police are gonna believe that it's so real that they're going to enforce these crazy measures because they think they're helping. Or, like you said, they're gonna unleash something real that's really gonna have an impact. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which I hope. I hope not. I really do. I hope not. But at the end of this, I just want to see all officers doing the right thing at the end of the day. I know we're all human beings. No one's perfect. But you do have a lot of really, really good officers that you don't see on TV. Honest to God. And it's sad because the media just wants to have their narrative, to make these people look bad. But yeah, some things you do see on TV disgust me from officers. It really does. And you would never see that coming from me, and I'm sure a ton of other officers.
Yeah.
So I hope if it does get to that point, officers take a stand and say, no, I will not do that. I will not rip these people out of their homes because they have a sickness that they can handle within their family, in their homes.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not going to do it. And I think enough officers will stand up. I truly do.
Here's the horrible. This is, so far, what I've seen, the most horrible consequence, the most horrible part that would definitely land me in jail. If your child, even you, well, you might be able to sneak in with your badge, but if your child or your wife or your mother or father goes to the hospital and they're dying, nobody's allowed in to say goodbye. They hold a phone to the person's ear. Nobody's allowed in to oversee the treatment. Nobody's allowed into the bedside to say, I love you, goodbye, be strong, nothing. They're not allowing people, family, into the hospital. I just had a friend whose father passed away, and none of the family was allowed in the hospital room with him and in the hospital at all. They had to talk from home on a phone as he was passing away.
Yes, and that is disturbing. It's very upsetting. I actually have my neighbor lives across the street from me, and they aren't really woke. I try to give them a little bit of information. I've been trying to help them out. Now I'm not going to get into it, but they had an exact similar situation to what you just said to me, and I think it really struck a number with them and made them think like, wait, what is going on here? What just happened?
Yeah.
I don't. That family member actually didn't pass away. They pulled through. But they had all these other health issues, what they were in for. Then they were told, oh, wait, no, they have COVID. And they're like, wait, what? No, this person went in for this. And now we can't even go see them or talk to them. Like, what's going on here? But now that family member is better. But now, we had a long talk a few days ago about what's going on. And I tried to explain them a lot of stuff. And they've been researching stuff. They even talked to another neighbor down the street who actually has been contacting me, sending me videos, which I haven't gotten to watch him yet, but I'm sure I already know what he's sending me.
Yeah.
And I think people are just starting to wake up. That's the problem. We just need to branch out to our neighbors like we used to back in the day. You know what I mean? You knew your neighbors. And even my 93-year-old grandmother said, grow your victory gardens. We all did. We shared with each other. You just need to know your neighbor. Get out and talk. If people think you're crazy, let them think it. At least, going out, you're helping people. You know what I mean? You're spreading the word, and I think you're going to save a lot of lives and save a lot of people from hurt and pain in the future, because I can only see this getting worse.
Yeah, 100%. Especially if they're really going to push a second wave. We haven't even begun to see lockdown or food shortage yet. You know what I mean? It's almost like okay, everybody's complied with the lockdown. You know what I mean? Social distancing, wearing a mask, can't go in the hospital, can't go to work. Everybody's complied. When wave 2 comes, that's when it's going to get really bad. And dude, I don't know if you've researched this, but they're making farmers plow over their crops, dump milk and eggs, and not allowing them to sell it to locals. And like, if the farmer gets caught selling produce to locals, they'll lose their license. They won't be able to sell anymore and even be a farmer. And it's almost like they're causing a food shortage 6 months from now. Like, they're making it happen.
Yes, they are, and it's absolutely disgusting. And if you really think about it, like, what does that have to do with this COVID thing? That's another $1 million question. What does and I remember someone saying, like, you can't buy seeds from certain stores to grow your own food at home. Like, what does that have to do with COVID-19? Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, I mean, that's just simple, easy, like, knowledge right there to show people. Like, wake up now. Something's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, it's upsetting. It really is, because that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And I implore people, too. I was just asking my sister-in-law, because she lives more in a rural area, and I said, hey, let me know when some of the little local farmers markets open up, or, you know, on the Saturday, Sunday, whenever they are. I'm going to go buy some stuff from them, because I want to help those people out the best I can.
That's that's an absolutely great idea. Every single one of us can do that. Go find some local farmers and start spending your money with them. That's a great idea.
Yes, absolutely. Even if it costs you a few more dollars, just do it. I mean, you have to. You have to keep old America the way it's been all this time. I mean, we're losing it. It's disturbing. It's upsetting.
They want
I don't know.
corporate control over everything. Where you go, where you work, how much food you get. They want everything controlled. And
yep, I know, and it's absolutely right. I mean, think about it. They're talking about having mail-in ballots for voting the presidential election coming up. But like, you can go to a Walmart or, like I said, Target or any of these big name stores and stand. Not everybody is standing 6 feet away. I can tell you that. I've seen plenty of them. Yeah, and it's crazy. But you can go in there and stand around people all day long. But I'm sure they can easily have it open up to where you can just walk in, flip a switch, boom, you're done, you're out.
Yeah.
But they're not going to do that. It's
the mail-in ballots, that's for sure a scam. 100%, that's a scam.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't know. John, I wish I had more power in me to stop this. If I could, I'd do it today. And if it meant hanging up my badge and gun for the rest of my life, I would do it.
Well, listen, soon we gotta put all your thoughts together in a short paragraph. And I'll tell you, the most powerful thing could be maybe take your name tape off. Don't display any logos, you know what I mean? And let them see who you are and speak your mind as a police officer. Would you lose your job if you did that? Would you lose? Because I don't want you to lose your job. We need good people.
You know what? We have a hardcore administration. Honestly, we really do. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Now, they just implemented a social media policy about a year ago. That's pretty tough. We can't post certain things, this, that, whatever. I'm not huge on social media anyway, so it didn't really affect me. However, I think as long as I'm off duty,
it'd be all right.
I can wear this uniform at home and have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
I don't see any problem with that.
Yeah, and I don't think you've said anything wrong. You know what I mean?
No, I'm just speaking my mind. I'm a human being. I should be able to. Like I said, freedom of speech. Everybody needs to just go. You know what? It's so funny that we're talking about the Constitution. Every day with me, I carry the Constitution the guidebook in my pocket to work. I always have. I don't know why. I always have and always will. It's really old and nasty, but I still have it. And today, I switched my pants and I don't have it with me because I was going to start reading stuff from it. Because I'm just stuff keeps playing over my head, and I just can't believe it. America has come to this.
Yeah,
it's so upsetting, man.
And for those who don't know, when you join the armed forces or you become a police officer, you take an oath to uphold and protect the Constitution of the United States.
Exactly. And it's getting ripped away from us. And I don't understand how officers can live with themselves after this. I can't. That's why I said I go home. I'm a family man. I look at my kids in the face. And I do what's right when no one's looking. You know what I mean? So I go home and I want my kids to be proud of me.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for talking to me. I appreciate it. I'll definitely have to talk with you again soon. I'll let you get back to your duties. Thank you so much.
Yep, no problem, John. We'll keep in touch.
All right. Have a great day, man. Be safe.
You as well. God bless.
God bless. You guys send him all your love and all your prayers, because I'm telling you, I've spent hours speaking with him in the background, and he is truly a wonderful police officer and father, and he deserves your love and prayers. He is literally planting seeds inside the force to help wake up other officers. The way he just talked to me is how he speaks with his fellow officers, and he's been planting seeds for months and months. Like, if it comes down to it, if they start trying to get you to take people out of your home, what are you going to do? Do the right thing and truly defend America, truly defend the citizens. And I said during that interview that I can see some police officers being the heroes of what's about to go down in the next 2 years. Probably sooner, probably a lot sooner. Some officers are going to switch sides, and they're going to help organize us, and they're gonna lead from the front. I guarantee it. Some, I didn't say all, but some know what's up, and they know that us remaining free is going to affect their own children and grandchildren, and they want their children to have a free America, and they're going to take a stand. This is tyranny what we see happening, and mind control and fear programming. But anyway, he's a sheriff's officer in New Jersey for 9 years. I also have a private conversation between him and I pinned at the top of my Patreon page. If you want to check that out, the link's in the description. I love you guys very much. Please, please share this video. Hit the thumbs up. Let people know this is a police officer. This can wake people up. Your friends and family need to hear his thoughts. He's the one on the street every day. He's the one sick to death about enforcing these police state laws that they've just came up with.
John X Army signing out from the belly of the beast.